The world of cinema and animation has lost one of its most unforgettable and beloved child stars. Daveigh Chase, the actress who brought the eerie, haunting presence of Samara Morgan to life in the horror masterpiece The Ring, and who voiced the adventurous, guitar-loving Lilo in Disney's Lilo and Stitch, has tragically passed away at the age of 35. Her death came not from years of illness, not from a long battle with a chronic condition, but from a sudden and devastating medical emergency that left the entire entertainment industry stunned and grief-stricken. According to her boyfriend, Roy Hernandez, who spoke to TMZ, Daveigh Chase died on Tuesday, June 16, 2026, after suffering from meningitis and a blood infection that led to septic complications and organ failure. She had been in a Los Angeles hospital earlier in June due to malnutrition, which may have contributed to her declining health. Daveigh Elizabeth Chase was born on July 24, 1990, in Las Vegas, Nevada, and from the very beginning, she was drawn to the world of performance, to the craft of acting, and to the kind of connection that comes from speaking directly to an audience. She didn't start out as a child star. She didn't become an overnight sensation. She started as a young girl in Nevada who loved to perform, who practiced every day, and who believed that she could make it to the highest level. She was not the kind of actress who needed to be the loudest or the most aggressive to win. She was the kind of actress who could win by being smarter, by being more expressive, and by being more patient than everyone else. That was why she became a child star, and that was why fans fell in love with her. Her breakthrough to professional fame came in 2001, when she was cast as Samantha Darko in Richard Kelly's cult film Donnie Darko, a role that would become one of her most memorable performances. She quickly established herself as one of the most talented and versatile young actresses in the industry, playing roles that range from heartwarming to terrifying, from Disney warmth to horror icon status. She was known for her smooth, melodic voice, her ability to bring emotion to every character, and her knack for finding the perfect note that would make every role feel like a story being told by a trusted friend. She was not the kind of actress who needed to shout to be heard. She didn't need to make grand gestures to be remembered. She just needed to be present, to be real, and to be honest in the way that only a true artist can be. That was why she became a star, and that was why fans fell in love with her. What made Daveigh Chase so special was not just her roles, but the person she was. She was known for her dedication to the craft, her love for her family, and her willingness to give back to the community that gave her so much. She was the kind of person who never stopped caring about acting, who never stopped giving back to the industry that gave her so much, and who never stopped believing in the next generation of young performers. She was not just an actress. She was a mentor, a friend, and a source of inspiration for millions of people around the world. She made every role feel real, made every performance feel important, and made the idea of art feel possible. That's the kind of impact she had on her fans, and that's the kind of legacy that can't be taken away by tragedy, no matter how painful it may be. During her career, Daveigh Chase played some of the most iconic and enduring characters in film history. She was the voice of Chihiro Agino in the English dub of the Studio Ghibli film Spirited Away, a role that became one of the most beloved animated performances of the early 2000s. She played Samara Morgan, the child antagonist in the 2002 horror film The Ring, a role that would become one of the most terrifying and memorable characters in horror cinema, and she voiced Lilo in the Disney animated feature film Lilo and Stitch and its subsequent franchise, a role that would become one of the most beloved animated performances of the 2000s. She was not just an actress. She was a leader, a mentor, and a friend who passed on her love of acting to millions of people around the world. She made every role feel real, made every performance feel important, and made the idea of art feel possible. That's the kind of impact she had on her fans, and that's the kind of legacy that can't be taken away by tragedy, no matter how painful it may be. Daveigh Chase effectively stepped away from acting in 2016, following a series of personal and legal issues that made it impossible for her to continue performing at the level she demanded of herself. In June 2026, News emerged that she had been in a Los Angeles hospital earlier in the month due to malnutrition, which may have contributed to her declining health and ultimately led to her meningitis and blood infection. Those words are not just about grief. They are about love, about memory, and about the kind of bond that can never be broken, even by tragedy. The confirmed cause of Daveigh Chase's death was meningitis combined with a blood infection that led to septic complications and organ failure. Her boyfriend, Roy Hernandez, shared the heartbreaking news with TMZ, expressing his grief and his love for the woman who had been there for him through everything. For fans, Daveigh Chase's legacy will live on in the roles that defined a generation, in the films that still bring people to their feet, and in the quiet moments when they watch footage of her performances and feel like they're being watched by someone who truly understood the spirit of the craft. She was not just an actress. She was a companion, a friend, and a source of comfort for millions of people around the world. She made every role feel real, made every moment feel important, and made the idea of art feel possible. That's the kind of legacy that can't be taken away by tragedy, no matter how painful it may be. Her spirit will continue to echo through the decades, through the films, through the animations, and through the hearts of everyone who ever believed in the work she did. Daveigh Chase's family has not released a detailed statement, but the entertainment community has spoken on their behalf, expressing their grief over the loss of the talented actress at age 35. They spoke of her love for her family, her dedication to her craft, and the way she made them feel like they were the most important people in the world. Those words are not just about grief. They're about love, about memory, and about the kind of bond that can never be broken, even by tragedy. Daveigh Chase's net worth was not widely publicized, but her impact on the entertainment community was undeniable. She was someone who believed in lifting up the next generation, in giving back to the community, and in making sure that the people who came after her had the opportunities she had. That kind of generosity, that kind of openness, is rare in the industry, and it is the kind of generosity that earns love, not just from fans, but from everyone who knew her. If you've ever been moved by Daveigh Chase's performances, if you've ever watched her in The Ring or Lilo and Stitch and found comfort in her voice, or if you've ever been touched by the way she brought so many characters to life, take a moment to honor her memory. Please like this video, and if you enjoy stories about the lives, legacies, and losses of the actors who shape our entertainment, consider subscribing to this channel. Together, we can keep remembering the voices that taught us how to love, one role at a time.